to my channel, and thank you very much for clicking on today's video. So in today's video I'm going to be reviewing and giving my first impressions of Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Foundation. So I have been thinking about buying this foundation for a little while, but for anybody that does watch my videos knows that I'm a big fan of NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. So I was a little bit apprehensive. I was like, oh, do I stick to what I know or do I try something different? And I tried something different. So I have bought it. I will say that when I was like researching it, trying to figure out what shade I was, it wasn't the easiest. I think you can do like a virtual consultation on there, but I think you have to like pay money to then, but you can use that money to then buy the products or something like that, like as if you were in store. So it wasn't that easy to figure out which one I was. If that sounds a bit strange to some of you, the reason that I say this is I have heard that this foundation oxidizes, and what that means is once it goes onto the skin and it dries, it actually goes darker. So I was a little bit scared to actually, you know, pay the money to potentially get a foundation that might not even be the right shade. But I've done my research, hours of research may I add, and apparently I'm 4 neutral, so 4N. So we'll give it a go. So guys, just before we get into today's video, I just wanted to mention that I have noticed that quite a lot of you that view my videos aren't actually subscribed. If you could hit that subscription button, that would be the absolute dream, and it really helps out my channel. It doesn't cost you a thing to subscribe. It just keeps you notified of when I do my uploads and everything like that, and it just helps my channel grow. So if you could subscribe to that and you do like my content, that would be absolutely amazing. Let's get going. Okay, so first thing I will say, guys, before I go any further, is my skin is being an absolute nightmare at the moment. I don't know if anybody else's skin is sort of hating life at the moment, but mine certainly is, and I don't know why. I'm really suffering with breakouts. I have mentioned in a few of my videos that I do suffer with combination skin, but I do get breakouts. So some people are like, oh, your skin looks amazing in videos. No, this is the reality. It's really, really not. I have scarring, I have acne prone skin, so I'm really suffering at the moment. So I thought it would be really good to see how well this coverage is, because with this foundation, when I was, like I mentioned, I was researching it, it's actually a hybrid foundation, so it's meant to have sort of skincare benefits included. So I mean, if that's true, absolutely amazing. So it'd be interesting to see, and this is meant to be full coverage, so it's meant to give like a matte finish. But I have noticed that some people that have reviewed this foundation have said that it actually gives a bit more of a glowy finish, so we'll see. So it'd be good to see sort of how this comes out on my sort of skin type. I have moisturised just before, so it's probably been on my skin for around 5 minutes. So we'll just get going. So I'm just going to apply it with my Real Techniques brush. So I'm just going to do how I would normally do with my NARS foundation. Okay. It smells really nice. It smells like skincare. Now I feel like I've put too much on. I really hope this is the right colour for me. I'll be so sad if I spent that money and it's not. I didn't mention actually, this foundation is £34, so I'm pretty sure NARS is also 34. It may even be 35. But if this is a foundation that you wanted to try out, if you sign up to Charlotte Tilbury's like waiting list, subscription list, you get 10% off on your your first order. So if you are thinking of trying it and you like the result of this video, do make sure that you subscribe to all of like sort of the subscription list, mailing list, whatever they're called. I make sure I do them with every single makeup brand that I follow. I'm just going to bring it down onto the neck. What I can see in the viewfinder from here, it is looking pretty full coverage. And that was 2 pumps, guys, just 2 pumps on my hand, and I haven't finished it all yet. But like I said, it's meant to oxidize, so I hope it doesn't end up making me look like an orange. Okay, it feels nice when it's going on, and I really like the skincare smell to it. I really like that sort of, it makes me feel like I'm putting something good on my skin. Does that make sense? I mean, considering how bad my skin is at the moment, from what I'm seeing, it's looking like it's doing the job. So far, compared to my NARS foundation, I would say that this feels thicker. From some of the reviews I've watched when I was personally considering buying this, some people were saying that it doesn't feel like there's anything on the skin. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't feel heavy or anything like that, but just compared to NARS, I would say it feels heavier than that. Okay. I mean, it is from what I'm looking, I do like to go a tiny bit darker than my skin tone, purely because I'm so bloody pale. I want to try and give my skin some bit of life. But I mean, that's not too bad, I don't think. And obviously once the powder's on and things like that, and my bronzer, I'm really hating my skin at the moment. If anybody has like some really good skincare that they can recommend, I was using The Ordinary, and then I went to Cerva, is that how you say it? C-E-R-V-A, you know, that cleanser. And I've been using that with the Garnier Rose Water Micellar Water as like my toner. And I was getting on really, really well with it. And then all of a sudden, this has just happened. But like, my skin feels sore and it just looks really dull and like not very glowy. I don't know what's happened. I know sometimes they say like your skin can get too used to a product, but I haven't even gone through a whole cleanser yet, so I don't think that could be it, but I don't know. I'm not like a skincare specialist, so if anybody out there knows, I mean, I have been eating a lot of chocolate, so it could be that. So I could be blaming the wrong thing here. So I think that's pretty good coverage. You need to take in consideration how bad that is, but with everything else, this sort of side, I'm just going to apply some concealer. So I'm just using my Collection 2000 concealer, as always. I'm just going to apply that to some parts. And then we'll sort of see where we can go from that. I may just dab a tiny bit over those areas. I didn't even want to, like, I was tempted not to film with my skin being like this. But I was like, do you know what? If anybody else out there is suffering like I am or has acne prone skin, and this does a good job, you'll be really appreciative of it if you can find like a foundation that actually covers everything. It does seem pretty full coverage, to be honest. I would say it's more full coverage than NARS also, just from this stage. Okay. Do I need any more? The part of me that's really wanting these to go away is like, apply a little bit more, and then the other part's telling me, no, leave it, don't ruin it. I just put a tiny dab on. Bear in mind, I use 2 pumps, so I'm literally just going to put the tiniest little bit on my hand, and I'm just going to put it on the sponge and just dab over just to see. Because when I used my beauty blender earlier, there was no product on it. I was just literally dabbing it into the skin. Okay. Perfecto. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to apply my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to bake or anything like that. I'm just going to dab it into the skin. So that's it with powder. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting from this foundation, but I feel like it's missing like a tiny thing and I don't know what it is. I don't know if I was expecting it to like make my skin look amazing and be like, oh my goodness, like absolutely incredible. I don't know. But it could be that my skin's just playing up and nothing's going to make it feel like that. Sorry guys, I'm just applying my Benefit Hoola Caramel Bronzer. I wanted to also use like my normal products. I didn't want to have to use the Charlotte Tilbury foundation with the Charlotte Tilbury powder and the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer because I ain't got a lot of money. And Christmas is around the corner. So I just wanted to, I needed a new foundation, wanted to try this one out. And I just wanted to see how well it worked with other products, because because personally I've only seen reviews when they've used the whole Charlotte Tilbury brand. And no offense to people that get, you know, PR gifted and things like that, but for people that aren't getting it gifted, we can't always afford the full whack. So I've got a bit of a mixture. I'm using Collection 2000 concealer, I'm using Benefit Hoola Caramel, and then obviously Laura Mercier. It isn't cheap either, but it's something that I've already got, so I just wanted to sort of mix it up. I'm going to use Nightmare Before Christmas, Midnight Madness and Moonlight Mischief and Madness. I always get it the wrong way around, because I was watching somebody's review of this, so I have reviewed this as well, but the person that I was watching had also used Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, and they said that this very much reminded them of the finish that gives. So I was like, maybe that would pair quite nicely with the foundation. So just applying a little bit there. I do like this highlighter because I just think it does give like a nice subtle glow, and when the light hits it looks really pretty. Okay, so next I'm going to apply blusher. So I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Peach blusher. So I'm just going to put that onto the apples of my cheeks. I will say that these products do seem to be sitting on nicely on top of the foundation. Give my skin a little bit of life back. So that's what it's looking like at the moment. It does look nice. I mean, you can sort of see a little bit, well, definitely on that side. But no, from what I'm looking at right now, I'm liking the result. So pretty happy so far. So I'm going to go on and do my eyes. So I'm just going to do a full face of makeup, because I don't know if anybody's like me, but I feel like you can't fully tell if I like a foundation if I haven't got my whole face done. Does anyone else feel like that? Is it just me? Am I a little bit strange? But you know, like when you can't tell if you like an outfit unless your hair and makeup's done, or again, is that just me? I feel like I can't tell if I like it. And it's the same with lipsticks. I can't try on lipsticks if I haven't got my whole face done, because I just think it gives a completely different end result. So I'm just prepping my eyes with MAC Paint Lily. You're probably thinking, why the hell are you doing a full tutorial of your face? And I just thought, why not? Why the hell not? It seems a bit of a waste just to do the foundation, doesn't it? So I'm going to use my Vive palette. As you can see, I've dirtied it already because that's just me. I'm really enjoying this palette at the moment. I think it's perfect for every day. It's perfect for if you want to glam it up a little bit. Really, really enjoying it. So I'm going to go in with Cozy, which is just this like peachy corally sort of colour. And I'm just going to go into the crease. But now I'm really enjoying it. Since I posted my review of this palette, so many of my like friends have been like, oh, I need that in my life. I want it. I'm like, I'm so sorry for your bank accounts. But Jamie Genevieve sure knows what she's doing with this. I will post the I will link the YouTube video of me using this palette on showing you how to do a day look and an evening look. So I'll put that in the description if you want to take a little nose at it. Some people have said that they found it very helpful, so hopefully you guys would as well. So I'm just going in with Delicious, which is just this brown, oh, where is it? Just there. This is like my go-to look now. Like these colours. I will do this and then I'll use glimmer and then I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm just going to go under with Delicious. Just using another one of my blending brushes. Mascara. Let's use my Maybelline Lash Sensational. I don't know why I struggle with that. Like, I really struggle to say that. I normally go off camera to do my mascara because 9 times out of 10 will poke myself in the face. I'm going to go off camera and do my brows just because it does take me a little while and you guys will be bored, so be right back. Okay, and brows are done. One thing I will note, guys, when I was doing my brows, I was a bit closer to my face. like, if that, I'm already getting a little bit of shine. I hate to say it, but oily skin girls out there, you need to know this stuff. So I'm just going to powder like a little bit more. Maybe it's like the moisturiser I use, but I don't normally have this issue. I just was like, really? Surely I'm not getting shiny already. I'm actually going to use the Charlotte Tilbury little collection. So I popped this in my recent sort of beauty and makeup gift guide. I really love it. So I'm just going to put that on now. My mirror is so dirty. So this is the lip liner in Lip Cheat. It's looking quite built up around my like mouth area. I know this is a bit too close and personal, but just to show you what I mean. Can you see that? Oh god, that's so bad. But it's looking quite heavy around the mouth area. I just don't feel like I get that with the NARS one. So I've used Pillow Talk and I'm using the Jeweled Lips in Pillow Talk. I really like this lip gloss. And I'm not normally a lip glossy person. From the viewfinder, what I'm looking at right now, it looks nice coverage. It's literally only when I'm like up close. It looks quite heavy around like the mouth area. Like it looks like it could get cakey quite easily. Does that make sense? In terms of everything else, I'm impressed with it. I think the colour is okay. I do think it is a little bit more, it is darker than my skin, but it's not anything that makes it too noticeable. I don't think so. I think I can get away with it, but I will continue to use this in my next few tutorials and things like that, just to see how I get on with it. And once obviously my skin's calmed down a little bit, it might get sit a little bit nicer. So I will continue to use it. So I definitely would say, if you're looking for a full coverage foundation and you don't want anything feeling too heavy on the skin, this is a good one. In terms of oily combination skin, yeah, I wouldn't say don't try it. You definitely would need to powder. I don't know if I would say it's necessarily like a full matte. I do agree with the other reviews that I've seen. It does give more of like a glow to it, which isn't a bad thing. I do like the NARS one is a radiant long wear, so I do like that. But yeah, no, it is nice. I'm very impressed with the coverage, 100%, especially on this side. I'd probably, out of a 10, I'd maybe give it like, you know, 7.5, 8. But yeah, I don't know if I prefer it to NARS though. I do think I'm still stuck with sort of the NARS love a little bit. Once I tried that foundation, I was a little bit like, oh, I really like this, like straight away. There is just something, like I mentioned earlier, there is just something that's slightly missing, and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know, I expected as soon as I put it on to be like, oh my god, this is amazing. Because all of the marketing and everything like that they do, they always look just so glowy and flawless, so I was expecting that. Now I'm going to give it a few more tries because I may end up absolutely loving it and not wanting to touch NARS ever again, but we will see. I hope you have found this helpful, guys. I really enjoy watching sort of review videos and first impressions and things like that. It really helps me when I go to purchase things, especially at the moment. We can't go out to shops, we can't test any makeup products, so it's really hard to sort of match your skin type. So if anybody does use NARS or Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 128 for Maybelline Fit Me or Fiji in NARS, then this is for neutral, so it works quite well for that shade. So if you use any of those, it will be a good shade for you as well. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Again, if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you do so, and I will speak to you guys soon. Thanks, bye.